Hello, welcome back to A Day Full of Budgets. I hope you're well. Today I'm checking in for week 4 of November. This month is whizzing by. We have had the most spendy week that we have had in a long time. On Friday, my husband and I went into our local city and it was spendy. Just been, very spendy. So I'm going to go through what we've spent, take out the change from my envelopes. I'm going to restuff it into the leftover binder. My plan today is to finish some of the challenges in the leftover binder a week early because I'm doing my count up and cash condensing before I check in at the end of week 5, just for logistics. I'm away next week and it's just I'm not going to be able to fit it in when I get back, so I'm going to have to do it before I go is the plan anyway. Yes, so that's what we're going to do. Let's have a quick look through these. It's been a fun week, all but spendy. So we went to the cinema to see Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It was quite good, just very similar to the other ones. It's just everybody's back together again. Nice to see Isla Fisher back in it. If you've not seen the first two, she was in the first one, not the second one. So yeah, they've left the door open for more. But it was good. My son really enjoyed it. So we got, I managed to use our Octopus. So we use Octopus for our gas and electric. And you can get 2 for £8 on cinema tickets at the View, which we did, but they didn't have any of the basic seats. So you only get it on the basic seats. So I don't know about any other views, but ours have been redone so that you've only got reclining chairs. So the front row are the cheap seats, the second row are the next cheapest, and all the others are the most expensive. But what you can do is just pay a little bit extra. So I still saved myself £10 on 3 tickets by using that voucher, because the seats would have been $12.99 each. I was like, what? Anyway, we didn't pay that, so I think I paid £28 for 3 seats, which wasn't too bad. And then we went out for dinner after to Pizza Express because Tesco's had given me a £20 Pizza Express voucher through my club card. No idea why, but I got one, and so I used that, and then I converted £15.50 of my Tesco's vouchers into £46.50 of Pizza Express vouchers, because it was 3 times, again, not sure why. And then all you have to do is pay for your drinks. So I think I was about £1 short on the food, because your Tesco's vouchers, when you convert them, only pay for food, not drink. So I think I paid £8.55 for the 3 of us to have a starter, a main and a drink at Pizza Express. I thought that was pretty good going, but Family Fun does only have £10 left in it, because, as I say, we spent obviously on the cinema tickets and on the Pizza Express, so £10 left. We'll just roll that over. My self-care, I've only got £5 left. So I was due to do my sauna and ice bath, but unfortunately for female reasons I could not go. So I have got a refund coming for the tickets, but I did meet my friends afterwards, and we had a delicious hot chocolate, sat in front of some heaters, and just had a good old chinwag, which was lovely, but I have spent £5 from there. Time for us. So because my husband and I have been out shopping, we had tea and cake and lunch whilst we were out. So I've spent £35 in cash. No, I haven't. I've spent 30 in cash because I've still got 5 here. And we did use this money to get teas to take into the cinema with us. Instead of taking it out of Family Fun, I took it out of here. So we've still got £5 in there. So we've spent £30 in cash, and then I've spent £23 on the bank, because we've got money in there, but I'll take the placeholders out in a minute. Health and beauty is all gone. My daughter's run out of lots of her face stuff, so we needed to top it all up before we go away next week. So it was £35 in here. and that's all gone. But we have overspent slightly as well. So I'd spent most of the cash, and then I had to do one transaction online. So I think I owe it about £4, but I'll take it out of this week's cash doing. So that's that. Food, we have been bang on the money this week. Yeah, we had literally 90p left. I was so pleased with myself. So let's get rid of the envelopes. So I've just taken the food money and the miscellaneous money out. So we've got some coins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 5 just from our spending. So that's all we've got to put into our savings challenges today, which I'm hoping we'll be able to finish some. So I'm going to focus on doing that first. Normally I like to, you know, split every challenge for every week, but I'm not going to do that today, as I've already said. So let's put £10 into November. It is very early here. I'm doing this before I go and do my food shopping. And my husband's taken the kids to school. So I'm going to put £10 in November. So that's November done. There. And then we'll leave that out. So I'll just pop that at the back. So I was going to finish that one. We can finish Cozy Candles as well. Actually, I'll come back to those two. We're not doing that one. We're not doing that one. Let's finish Autumn, because I think this only needs 10 as well. So it's just 2 leaves, 1 and 2. And I think that's 10. So 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I think that one was 25. So that is that one as well. Done. And then we'll finish the small challenge as well. So how much does this need? 6. And we'll just cross these 2 off. So the marshmallow, and then it all goes together. I love a schmaltz. Love, love, love. Right, so that was £15. I'll get rid of one from the pile. I'll try and change that up in a minute. Actually, I have got a £5 here. I'm just going to grab that. Right, there we go. Actually, we'll just do it like that, because that's a bit better, isn't it? I don't really want to be putting change in. So that's £15 there. And we're going to finish Cozy Candles. So we'll just add 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2. So that's £20 for candles. Lovely. So I'm not going to cash stuff that anywhere. And then we will pop the £2 into my Etsy splurge, which I've already spent. So this is just going to go back to the bank because I have already spent it. So let's just take all of this out. And that is all of those challenges done. So that's that one. So next time I will concentrate on the ones we've got left before I then top up for December. So I'll take that out as well. So let's just quickly reallocate these. They almost threw the £5 away there. Okay. Right, let's just see what we've got. So we have got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay. 65. Right. Now, I always top up self-care when I do these. It's the only time I'm really adding, to self-care. So, put £10 into here. Put £10 in. So in self-care, I've got 50 in the bank, 70, and now 80. Oh, can't pick it up. Okay, that's my grounded budgets. Amazing. Okay, and I think I'm going to put this into, not all of it, but I'm going to put a bulk of it into here. So let's get 2 dice. And we've got a purple and a green. So purple and green. What have you been up to this weekend? Let me know in the comments. Our Christmas shopping is well underway, which is great. Still a few bits. We've still got loads to do, but at least we've made a start, which is good. I'm pleased that we have started properly. But oh gosh, the city is so busy. We went in on Saturday as well to go to the cinema. Fortunately, I've got parking quite close to the city through my work. So that's 10. Hold on, let me just concentrate. 15, and green is 5. Let's just do one more. And that is pink, which is another 5. Yeah, as I was saying, I've got parking, which is like a 10-minute walk into the city, and I can park there all day. So yeah, thankfully I don't have to pay for parking. Which is quite good. But the queues, oh my god, the queues to get into the local the city car parks is just mental, absolutely mental. So what I've got left, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, so we're going to put 10, 15, 20, 25 into Rainbow Geometrics. And then that's quite a good even split. So in Rainbow Geometrics, we've got 250, 270, 290, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 355. Perfect. That's going well. Pleased with that. And then the rest, I think I'm just going to put into Goodwood. So I want to finish this challenge. So we're going to put £10 into here. Get that done. So that bow though has now got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92. So let's just do a little fan as best we can. Come on. Right, so that's that bow though done. So I'll be able to unstuff that. So unstuff that one. I've completed fun 5s, so we can put the rest into If You Need Me, Call Me on my shelf phone. So it's 5, 10, 15 and 20. So let's colour in with a yellow the seashell. There we go. So that should be 50 in there, I think. Let's have a look. Where do we get? So yeah, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I might come and swap those 5s out when I do my game day challenge, savings challenge video. Right, so that is that all reallocated, which is perfect. So let's just go through the essentials binder and take out what we've spent. Brace yourselves. So we've spent all of our food money, which is great, and no more. So we have a full allowance this week, which is fab. Family Fun didn't have any in the bank. My self-care. I need to add, I'm just going to do that now. I'm going to add the £15. It was actually £16.50 for the event that I cancelled, but I'm just going to put that back in there now. Time for us. We now have £17. So let's just do that. So we'll just put 15 in there. Right. School. So we bought from school. There's very few categories we've not spent from. So from school, I'd had to pay £15 for my son's Duke of Edinburgh Silver. And then I bought some thermal tights from Primark for my daughter. You may know that she struggles with trousers, like school trousers, but tights are just really cold. So I managed to find some thermal tights, so she can continue wearing her skirt, not have to worry about trousers, and her legs are going to be warm. So I got that. So I spent £27 in total. So we've got 25 left. Oh, my placeholders are a bit away from me. So yeah, 25 left in there, which is fine. Clothes. Okay. So we had £30 in here, which bought my daughter a red, like thick fleecy jumper for Disney. She kind of wants to go as like a Winnie the Pooh theme. So all of the girls are sort of picking a character, and as much as they're not going to dress as that character, but they're going to theme their clothes, so like the colour of their clothes. So my daughter's doing Winnie the Pooh. So yeah, so I've got this big thick jumper just because it's going to be really, really cold. So I got that was £30. But also we bought my son a coat. So he has grown a lot. He's 6'1", he's 16. And I'm hoping he's kind of stopped growing now. But he's just got a lot of long limbs. So with being so tall, so he now has to have a size large coat. So he's not had he's not had a coat for most of the year. He's been using my husband's coats, which have been fine, but now my husband wants to use his coats. So I had to go and get a coat. Now, we did not have to go and spend as much as we spent on his coat. However, we did, and it will last. So we got him a North Face jacket out of Cotswold Company. Oh, I don't know, something like that. Anyway. But it was like 160 quid reduced in the sale. But it comes with like a fleece liner. So he can wear the fleece and then have that as a summer rain jacket. So it's like a double one. So I've said to him, that's it, that's your jacket now, until you've moved out and you're buying your own or something like that. So we obviously don't have the money saved in here. So the money is going to come out of the emergency/fund, but there's more that's going to come out of the emergency/fund that I'll tell you about in a minute. So health and beauty has gone. Kids, we did not spend from kids. Clubs, I spent £15 on a new crop top for my daughter because hers is too small. So I've had to get her another one. And because of the costumes, you have to have very specific ones. It had to have thin crosses that crisscrossed on the back. And the only ones that we could find that would suit her costume are from Adidas. And they did have a sale. So I bought one of her Christmas presents from there and her crop top. So I took that from there. School food, of course. They do nothing but eat at school. How dare they? Although my daughter eats a lot at school. I have told her multiple times. Anyway, it's £30 gone this week. That was a mixture of both of them. Home, did not spend from. I thought I had, can't see that I have. Pets, I've taken £50 out of here, £45 out of the front, and £5 out of the back, which means it doesn't correlate to this, but that's okay because I'm going to be cash stuffing into here later today. And that was on a massive bag of dog food, some denture sticks, some treats, some poo bags. Yeah, so because we've cancelled our subscription because the price has gone up too much. So we're going to see how she goes on this food. Little car, nothing. So before I tell you about this, let's talk tech. So goodbye tech fund. So we had £200 in tech, and then I completed a challenge in my last video, one of the grounded budgets challenges, saved £165, and I was going to split between tech and glasses. Put it all in tech. So tech had £365, but it is gone. Right, so for Christmas, I had mentioned that I would quite like an iPad. So my last iPad died about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've never replaced it. However, I find that I like to work on the go. My laptop's quite big, and I need something a little bit smaller. So also with that is when I'm in Paris, there's a piece of work that I need to do on the day that we travel home. Now, I don't want to take my big laptop to Paris with me. It's going to be too heavy, it's going to be bulky, and I do not want to risk it being damaged. So what we've done instead is we've been and bought an iPad. So it'll run as a business expense, but obviously I don't have like money in my business, and I don't need it because, you know, I am the business. I'm not a limited company, I'm a sole trader, so it kind of doesn't really matter like where the money comes from, because it all comes from me. So we spent, so on the iPad, on a pen for the iPad, a case, and like a cover screen thing, we spent £755. Yes, it was a lot. We looked at secondhand ones. Secondhand ones weren't that different, and like in price for the one that I wanted. So we decided to invest now. Now I know they last for years, so yeah, so we did. So that's what we done. So we bought it. So we took £365 from tech, £150 from Christmas, because it's going to be part of my Christmas present, and then we took £200 from the emergency slush fund. So in total this week I've taken out £145 from the emergency slush fund. I mean, it was full for a week. We done well. It was full for a week. So I need £155. I need to colour that off. Is what it is, and I do not feel bad about it. I don't. The money's there to use, so yeah, it's fine. I'm just really chuffed because it's so nice. I love it. And it also means I can watch YouTube on there. I can edit videos on there, so I can actually see what I'm doing, not on my little phone. I probably won't record on it because we didn't get like one with really good cameras, because I don't really need the camera. I just need it to process. So yeah, so I'm really happy about that. And we'll just rebuild this back up again. I am acutely aware that our oven is about to break. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge. And we are definitely going to overspend on Christmas. I already know that. Yeah, as well. But I have a plan. It's fine. We have other pots that I can take from if I need to. So, and I've come to be okay with spending and using money from other places. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. I'm at peace with that. The other things that I have taken from is I've taken money from Paris because I've bought some euros, and the travel insurance, because you have to get specific like activity, like sports insurance, to cover my daughter when she's on her competition day. But I actually just went through a company and oh no, I didn't. I got two separate policies. So I got the policy for her practicing and her competition day, and then I just got basic travel insurance, which was like a £5. Used top cash back, so I will get some money back for that. So I've taken the cash out of Paris. We have spent, on top of the £150, another £326 from Christmas. I've overspent on Christmas decks. I knew £100 wouldn't be enough. But we've upcycled our wreath on our front door. I did put a picture on my Instagram stories. My daughter done that. So instead of spending like £40 on a wreath that I really, really liked, what we done is we just bought little bits to put into it. And that cost me about £12. So I was really pleased with that. We've got our real Christmas tree now, and a few other little bits that we needed in the house. I just need to get a tablecloth for the table because we have a new table this year, and the other one is too small. Also I spent from Cheer Travel as well, actually, which is in this binder, which I'll need to correct because I'll be doing my count up and I'll count it up wrong. So we did have, do you know what, I'm just going to write on here, 500. I've bought, oh gosh, so I spent 63.25 on, so we've got 4, 3, 5. Oh God, what was I going to say? Yes, so a ticket to get into the venue on one of her competitions and the merch, so like the t-shirt and the pin and all of that. So I've pre-ordered it all. So I think we've only got one competition now that I haven't paid the entry for, like my entry, not her entry. I've done all that. So I took that out there because there wasn't enough in clubs. So that's the other thing we had spent. And I didn't add it all up, if I'm honest, because it's just going to be a ridiculously high number of what we spent this week. However, I've not put none of it on a credit card that I can't pay off. So I'm so happy with that, because if I haven't been cash stuffing for, you know, the last couple of years, I would not have been able to do that. There's no way that I would have been able to just, oh, let's just go and get an iPad before cash stuffing. Not a chance. So yeah, anyway, I'm done. I'm going to the supermarket to get some fodder for today and the rest of the week, and I will be cash stuffing a little bit later this afternoon. So have a great rest of your week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.